Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you are fine. Children, in that previous video we discussed up to that odd numbers, right? What we discussed in the previous video ma? Types of numbers, about that natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Along with that we discussed about that successor, predecessor, even numbers and odd numbers. These all concepts we discussed in that previous video, no? Now here in this video we are going to discuss about that prime numbers, okay? Prime numbers, composite numbers, co-prime numbers and in the same way real numbers, okay? Up to that concept 1 will be completed. Now here see that. First one is, what is that ma? Prime numbers. Okay, what about that prime numbers? What is the definition of prime numbers? Prime numbers means numbers which are having only two factors. What are those two factors ma? Those two factors also the number itself and 1. Okay, now here see that. Numbers which are having only two factors, that is 1 and itself. 1 and itself means number itself. We know that factors means the number which divides the given number exactly, then we will call those numbers are factors. Okay ma? Now here see that, for example 6 is there. 6 is having how many factors ma? 4 factors. What are those? 1, 2, 3, 6. That's it. Yes or no? 1, 2, 3, 6. These 4 are the factors of 6. Now here say that, what are the factors of 4 here? 1, 2, 4. Those are the factors of 4. Okay. 6 divided by 1 exactly. Yes. 6 divided by 2 exactly. 6 divided by 3 exactly. And 6 divided by itself exactly. Exactly means without leaving any reminders. Okay ma? Now here say that. And in the same way 4 is also having that 3 factors. Okay. Now here say that, how many factors are there for 2? 2 is having how many factors? 1 is a factor of every number, we know that. Then here 1. What is the another factor? That is 2 only. 1 divides 2 and in the same way 2 divides 2. Okay. Now what are the factors of 3 here? 1, 3. Except 1 and 3, is there any other number there ma here? Not there. 3 is divisible by only 2 numbers, 1 and 3. 2 is divisible by only 2 numbers, 1 and 2. 5. 5 is having how many factors ma? 1 and 5. That's it. And in the same way 7. 1 and 7. 9. 1, 3, 9. 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay. Now here say that. Next 11. 1, 11. 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. These are the factors, no? Now here as per the definition, what we are saying ma here? Prime numbers means numbers which are having only two factors, and those two factors also, the first factor is 1 and the second factor is the number itself. So such kind of factors where we can observe here, say that once we can observe here 2, 3, 5, 7. Next here, see that here 4 factors there, here 3 factors there, here 3 factors, 4 factors, next 11. 10 is having that 4 factors here. Okay ma. As per this one, which numbers are prime numbers we can consider here? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Why? Because these numbers are having here only 2 factors. What are those 2 factors? One is the number 1 and the another number is the number itself. The number itself means here one of the factor is 1. The second number is the number itself. Here which number they given? The same number here we are writing as a factor, which means the number itself. Understood ma? So these numbers we are calling those one as prime numbers. And how to identify that prime numbers? I'll tell you that one after the completion of composite numbers. Okay. Now here see that. After this one we are having that composite numbers. Composite numbers means the opposite of prime numbers. Prime numbers are having only two factors. Here the numbers which are having more than two factors, those numbers we are called that one as composite numbers. Numbers which are having more than two factors, those numbers are known as composite numbers. Okay ma? Now here see that again the factors already we written no previous. Here say that which numbers are having only two factors, those numbers are called as prime numbers. The numbers which are having that more than two factors, then we will call them as composite numbers. Now here identify that composite numbers ma from this one. 6 is a composite number, 4 is a composite number, 9 is a composite number, 8 is a composite number, 10 is also a composite number. Okay, why? Because what numbers I told you now, those all the numbers are having that more than two factors. That's why we will consider all the numbers are composite numbers. Understood ma? Now here say that 4, 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, these all the numbers are composite numbers. Okay, and here which number is not composite number and which number is not prime number? Okay, see that here 2 is having that two factors. 2 is having two factors, that's why we are calling that one as a prime number. 3 is having two factors, we are calling that one as a prime number. 4 is having three factors, that's why we are calling that one as composite number. What about 1? 1 is having how many factors ma? 1 is having only one factor, then what we will call this one? Here two factors there means only two factors there means prime number. More than two factors means composite numbers. Here 1 is having only one factor, then what we will call? Here 1 is neither prime nor composite, which means here 1 does not comes under prime number and in the same way 1 does not comes under that composite number. Okay, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay ma? Now here see that how to identify prime numbers and composite numbers. Here I will write that 50 numbers and I will tell you that one. See here. Twenty, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Up to 100 also we can take, but up to 50 I will tell you. You can understand that. See here. Now see that ma. 1 is neither prime nor composite, we know that. This table is to find that prime numbers and composite numbers. Okay, up to 50. And in the same way, what we will call this table means this is the method of sieve of Eratosthenes. Sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay ma. Now see that. First I want to take that 1 already we know that is neither prime nor composite. That one not comes under that prime number and not comes under that composite number. Now here I want to start from the 2 table. Already you know this method, I think so. In 6th class we learned this one. See that once again we are just discussing. Okay, starting with the 2 table. Just cancel that all the 2 multiples. 2 2s 4, 2 3 6, 2 4s 8, 2 5s 10. 2 6 12, 2 7s 14, 2 8 16, 2 9s 18, 2 10s 20. Okay. Next, 2 11s 22, 2 12s 24, 2 13s 26, 2 14s 28, 2 15s 30, 2 16s, 2 17s, 2 18s, 2 19s, 2 20s. Clear ma? Next 2 21, 2 22s, 2 23s, 2 24s, 2 25s 50. 2 table up to 2 25s. Clear? 2 table completed. Next 3 table. Okay, next 3 table. See that 3 2 6, 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, 3 5 is 15, 3 6 18, 3 7 is 21, 3 8 is 24, 3 9 is 27, 3 10 is 30. Okay, 3 11 is 33, 3 12 is 36, 3 13 is 39, 3 14 is 42, 3 15 is 45, 3 16 is 48 and 3 17 is 51 not there. Okay, 3 table completed. Next 5 table, 4 already cancelled, no, that's why go for that 5 table. Okay, 5 1s 5, 5 2s 10, 5 3s 15, 5 4s 20, 5 5s 25, 5 6 30, 5 7s 35, 5 8s 40, 5 9s 45, 5 10s 50. Completed ma? Yes, 5 table also completed. Next 6 already completed here. Next table, next which one is there? 7. Now see that 7 table here. 7 1 7, 7 2 is 14, 7 3 is 21, 7 4 is 28, 7 5 is 35, 7 6 42, 7 7 is 49. Clear ma? 7 table completed. Next 8 completed, 9 completed, 10 completed. Next one 11. Okay, 11 table, see that 11 1s 11, 11 2s 22 already completed, 11 3s 33, 11 4s 44 completed. Next 12 completed. Next we are having here 13. Okay, 13 table, see that 13 1s 13, 13 2s 26, 13 3s 39, 13 4s 52, that one not there. Okay, next 14 15 16 completed, 17 is there, 17 table, 17 1s 17, 17 2s 34 completed, 17 3s 51 not there here. Next 19 table, 19 1s 19, 19 2s 38, 19 3s 57. Okay, next 23, 23 not cancelled, no, up to here. Yes, 23 1s 23, 23 2s 46. Next one 29 is there. Okay, 29 table, 29 1s 29, 29 2s 58, that one is not there. Next 31. Okay, 31 1s 31, 31 2s 62. Next 37. Okay, 41, 43, the leftover numbers ma. Without cancellation, which numbers are there? Those all are leftover numbers only, no? Those leftover numbers, which one we circled here, those all numbers comes under that prime numbers. Okay, now here see that. Prime numbers. Okay, which numbers are prime here, which numbers are we circled here, those numbers comes under that prime numbers. Which numbers? Tell me that 2, 3, 7, sorry 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and see that 13, 17, 19 and come to this one 23, 29 and here 31, 37, 41, 43, 47 and so on. These all are the numbers are prime numbers. And which numbers are composite numbers ma? Which numbers we cancelled here, just we tick that cross mark, no? Which numbers are we crossed here? Those numbers are known as composite numbers. Why? Because those all are the multiples of that some other numbers, right? Multiples of some other numbers means those all the numbers are having that more than 2 factors. That's why we consider those all numbers are composite numbers, except that one. One is neither prime nor composite. Understood? From this one we can write some points. What are those ma? What is that? Least prime number. Least prime number is 2. Least prime number is 2. One and only even prime. one and only even prime. Remaining all the prime numbers are odd primes only, Noma. Okay, remaining except 2, left over all the prime numbers are odd numbers only. Except 2. 2 is that only even prime number. Okay, and in the same way, least odd prime. Least even prime also 2 only. Least odd prime is 3. Understood? And in the same way, least composite number. Least composite number is 4. See that the starting composite number is 4 only, no, here. The least composite number means the starting. Okay, first composite number is 4. And to this one only they asked here, least even composite number. Least even composite number. What is that, ma? 4. Least even composite number. Least odd composite number. Least odd composite number. Which one is the least odd composite number, ma? 9. See here, least odd composite number. Here 4 composite and here 6 composite, 8 composite, 9 composite. Okay, when you observe these 4 composite numbers, 4 is even number. 6 is also even, 8 is also even, and only the first one is odd, that is 9. Okay, 9 is that odd composite number and that is the first odd composite number is 9. Understood, ma? So these are the points related to composite and prime numbers. Okay, after this one we are having that co-primes. Co-primes means what? The HCF of the highest common factor of 2 numbers is 1, then we will call those 2 numbers are co-primes. Next one is co-primes. Co-primes means what? The HCF of any 2 numbers, if the HCF of any 2 numbers is 1, then we will call those 2 numbers are co-primes. If the HCF of two numbers is 1, then those numbers are called co-primes. Co-primes also known as relative primes. Co-primes also called as relative primes. Co-primes are also known as relative primes. Okay, ma. Now here see that the HCF of 2 numbers. For example here 3 and 5. What is the HCF of 3 and 5? Common factors, highest common factors. 3 factors of 3. 1 3, 5 1 5. Here HCF is equal to 1 only, no? Then we can say that 3 and 5 are co-primes. 3 and 5 are co-primes, and in the same way 3, 5 are relative primes also. Here 3 and 5 are prime numbers. Okay, prime numbers and those 2 are co-primes. Okay, accepted. But what about that 4 and 5? Is 4 is a prime number, ma? No, 4 is not a prime number. 5 is a prime number. Yes, of course 5 is a prime number. Now here 4 is not a prime, 5 is a prime. Okay, here these 2 numbers are prime numbers, then we are saying those 2 are co-primes. But here 4 is not a prime number. Is it possible to say that 4, 5 those 2 are co-primes? Yes, of course those 2 are co-primes, ma. Why? Because here see that 4 is having that factors 1, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 4. 5 is having the factors 1, 5. 5 factors 1, 5. Now here HCF means the highest common factor. What is that common factor here? Only 1 is the common factor here. Then HCF is also 1. Then we can say that 4, 5 also co-primes only. As per this one, what we can say that co-primes are not only prime numbers. Co-primes are not only prime numbers. Co-primes are here, we can say that even numbers, prime numbers also there, and in the same way composite numbers also there. Okay ma? So you understood about this one? Yes or no? See here ma, the HCF of any two numbers is 1, then we will call those two numbers are co-primes. And in the same way, every two consecutive numbers we can say those two are co-primes. Okay? Any two consecutive numbers. Any two consecutive numbers. Any two consecutive numbers are said to be co-primes. Why? Because any two consecutive numbers, you can choose that any two composite numbers, any two consecutive numbers, 11, 12. Consecutive means side by side numbers. Okay, 11, 12. Factors of 11, 1, 11. Factors of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Okay, now here common factors. How many common factors are there? Only one common factor is there, that is 1. What is the HCF here? HCF is also 1. Understood ma? Not only this one, you can take that any two numbers, 9, 10. 9 is having how many factors ma? 1, 3, 9. 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. 9 is not a prime number. 10 is also not a prime number. 9 is a composite number. 10 is a composite number. Now 9, 10, those two are co-primes here. Understood ma? That's why I told you that co-primes are not only prime numbers. In that co-primes we are having that prime numbers and composite numbers also there. Okay. And in the same way prime number and composite number also there. Okay. Now here say that. Here common factor. What are the common factors here? Only one is the common factor. Then here HCF is also 1. Then we can say that 9, 10, those two are common factors. Okay, 9, 10, those two are having that common factor as 1. Then 9, 10 are co-primes. Understood? That's why here you can choose that any two consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers means side by side numbers, sequential. Okay, here see that any two numbers are having that, any two consecutive numbers are having that HCF as 1. That's why we will call the any two consecutive numbers are co-primes. Understood? Yes. And finally we are having here the concept real numbers. What is that ma? Real numbers. From that concept 1 we are having that real numbers. What about that real numbers? Real numbers means in that flow chart I told you that real numbers are classified into two types. I told you that. What are those two ma? Rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational and irrational numbers. Okay, rational numbers means P by Q form. The numbers which can be written in the form of P by Q, those all numbers are rational numbers. And in the same way, in that rational numbers, we are having that integers. In integers, we are having whole numbers and natural numbers. Okay, now here natural numbers, the combination of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, these all known as, this all comes under that rational numbers. Okay, and what about that irrational numbers? The numbers which cannot be written in the form of P by Q, which cannot be written in the form of numbers which cannot be expressed, in the form of P by Q, in the form P by Q, and here Q not equals to 0. Understood ma? Which numbers we cannot express in the form of P by Q, those numbers are known as irrational numbers. And irrational numbers denoted by the letter Q dash, rational numbers denoted by the letter Q. About that rational numbers briefly we will discuss in this concept. Okay ma? From that concept 2 onwards we are having that rational numbers. In that rational numbers, in between any two numbers, how many rational numbers are there and how to compare the rational numbers. Okay, why we will call that rational numbers are fractional numbers. About these all we will discuss in that concept 2. Okay ma? Just now see that here real numbers means, in that real numbers we are having now natural numbers are there, along with that whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers also there. Okay, the combination of these all numbers are there in that real numbers, which means real numbers 1 by 2 fraction form is there, means that is a real number, and 1 by 2 we can be written as 1 by 2 is a real number. And in the same way 1 by 2 we can express this one as 0.5. After cancellation 0.5 only, no, 0.5 is also real number, which means in that real numbers we can observe that natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and in the same way rational numbers, positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. Positive rational numbers are considered as fractions. So here we can observe that positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers, along with that decimals also there. Okay ma? So the combination of these all numbers are known as real numbers. Understood? So up to here concept 1 completed ma. In that next video we will discuss that concept 1 related worksheet is there, I think so. So in that next video we will discuss that concept 1 related worksheet. After that we will discuss concept 2. Okay, thank you all.